All right. I want to talk about the approval process. The approval process for an existing member and a new applicant is no different. Corporate wants you to identify the difference, and these are the same picture. The reason why I say that is because if you're like me and you put together a perfect costume and you submit it to a GML and they send you a fix list, I personally get indignant privately. These are inside thoughts, not outside thoughts. I say indignant. I say that jokingly, but it can be demoralizing to hear that your costume that you've worked so hard on is not perfect. If you've spent a lot of money on a costume out of the box, ready to wear, you don't have experience wearing that costume, just know that your costume may be amazing, but you may have no experience wearing it. But your approval photos need to be up to par on at least the basic level. The reason why I say this is we have had issues where someone will get a fix list and flip their lid. It's unfortunate because, I mean, I know I've been there. I get frustrated at that, but I'm definitely not going to take it out on the GML. I may question why. I'll give you a specific example. I have a Jedi costume with a Rebel Legion. I'm just going to use Rebel Legion as an example because I know our CRLs pretty well, and Rebel Legions CRLs are a little bit loosey goosey with not many pictures. So you kind of have to go off of the letter of the text and some of the visual aids from the movies. But it's up to the judge. You don't want to argue with the judge, but I have a Jedi costume that I'm approved for. It's the Obi-Wan style generic costume from the prequel era. It's pretty cool, but I don't like beige. So I wanted to go with if I'm trooping as Rebel Legion, I want to at least blend in with the 501st, to sort of be all together sort of thing. So I have this approved costume. I've had it approved for like 2 years. And I decided to make the exact same costume, but with darker characters, darker colors, a darker palette. So I buy the exact same tunic, the exact same size from the exact same place, only in black. And then I get a fix list saying that the tunic isn't long enough. And I'm like, oh, it's exactly the same tunic I've been wearing for 2 years. Whatever. You can see why I would be frustrated, but I just asked the question. I was like, really? And I mean, basically all it was, I put the tunic back on, I pulled it down as tight as I could, and it was long enough for the judge, and we were good. I was a little frustrated, but I wasn't going to take it out on that judge. That's ridiculous. Don't be that way. Constructive criticism is just that. Why I tell everybody, unless someone is looking for advice, do not give it to them unless they ask. And if someone posts a picture, they're just showing off their costume. Don't automatically jump in with both feet and be like, well, what you got to do here is blah, 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 blah. They probably don't care unless they say, hey, what do you guys think I need to do with this to make it right? Then you can offer your advice. I'll give you a specific example. There is a costume club, not a costume club, I'm sorry, a Facebook page called Vader Props or something like that I'm a member of. I posted some of my pictures on there. Everybody said it was awesome. And this one guy is just like, oh, that's a good look, but you gotta pull your cod piece up and lower your belt and lower your chest box and blah, 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 and it'll be perfect. I'm like, all right, cool, dude. I didn't ask, but all right. And then, I didn't, a couple of days later, I went back. I saw somebody else post their Darth Vader. He was holding his lightsaber back. That same guy. He was just this other guy was just showing off his costume, and he says, and this guy was like, Vader only holds his lightsaber near the top. You should almost be covering the emitter. Other than that, it's perfect. And I was just sitting here, and I was like, dude, nobody asked. So I'm just saying it makes us look like jerks. Somebody comes up to the table and they say, and they're in their Star Wars costume because they love it, not because they're a member of a club, and you immediately jump into like seeing print lines and all you got to do is this, that, and the other thing to join this club. Maybe they're not interested in the club. Step one is to see if they're interested in joining a club. And step two is to tell them that their costume is awesome. You know, submit an application, but prepare them that there's going to be some fixes needed. It's just the way things are. Everything, there's a standard. We have to be judged. Sometimes people take it the wrong way. That was a long-winded explanation just to say try not to be a jerk about other people's costumes. And also, if you're submitting a costume, try not to be a jerk when you receive a fix list. So it goes both ways.